la raya. Seguimos on fire, aquí no se falla. Nunca le sale por más que lo ensayan. Cuando hay que apretar me vuelvo Super Saiyan. Subiendo de level como Sander Saya. En las Olimpiadas con todas las medallas. Van a extrañarme el día que me vaya. Todos los tuyos quieren tirar la toalla. A la hora cero en la raya. Seguimos on fire, aquí no se falla. Nunca le sale por más que lo ensayan. Cuando hay que apretar me vuelvo Super Saiyan. Subiendo de level como Sander Saya. En las Olimpiadas con todas las medallas. Van a extrañarme el día que me vaya. Todos los tuyos quieren tirar la toalla. Estoy demasiado veloz, no pueden verme. Cada vez que quiero quemar, le tiro a Werner. Me gustan más los billetes azules que los verdes.
In my business, cut me out, you're choosing violence. If you see me out in public, you don't know me, keep it silent. I'll be screaming, but outside I keep it quiet. Keep it all low ski, I'm the lowest of the lowest. But as long as you can keep it like nobody.
Motherfucker, study pen, boy.
I need you to get the on my space.
You said what award was that? Yo, get your dumb ass up in the kitchen, bro. Motherfuckers quitting already, boy. They scared already, boy.
Choosing violence. If you see me out in public, you don't know me, keep it silent. I be screaming, but outside I keep it quiet. Keep it all low ski, I'm the lowest of the lowest. But I think you can keep it like nobody knows. Keep it all low ski, I'm the lowest of the lowest. But I think you can keep it like nobody knows. I need total confidence with private. Don't want no one thinking I'm a bro. That talk, but he don't meant to win. So whatever you need, don't call me. Got another side on me, I like to get it poppin', but these in my business got me out here choosing violence. If you see me out in public, you don't know me, keep it silent. You know, I'm screaming, but outside I keep it quiet. Keep it all low ski, I'm the lowest of the lowest. But I think you can keep it like nobody knows. Keep it all low ski,
and here it comes, the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and we'll have David Aldridge filling us in from the sideline. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his first foul. And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Out to Brooks. Pass to Van Vliet. Back to Brooks. And some nice passing there by Şengün with the bucket.
This speaks to how assertive Şengün can be. Love when he makes quick decisions like that there.
Now James to the paint. Knocked away. It's stolen by Green. The finish. And Green slams it in.
Well, Green showing you how explosive he can be off the steal. Takes the ball and takes off for the finish.
Reeves can't hit.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Pass to Thompson. Back to Şengün. Thompson with it. Clock at 6. With the shot. Can't hit the turnaround jumper. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. 4-point game. Clark, what is it about Austin Reeves' style of play that makes him such a good scorer?
I love the fact that he can change pace with the dribble. You know, he's not super fast, but he's not slow either. What he is shifty and smart. He's got good size, good ball skills, and he's got a nice mid-range jumper. All of that allows him to keep defenders off balance.
Pass to Van Vliet. Back to Thompson. And it's Brooks in the corner. Thompson outside. With the drive. Reeves with the rebound. Doncic outside. Goes up the baseline. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys. That's a free basket right there.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
I had a chance to talk with the head coach, Ime Udoka. Undoubtedly, their defensive focus is trying to limit Luka Doncic. Coach told me Luka is a great player who impacts the game on so many levels. No one has been able to shut him down. We just need to play with physicality and make him work for everything. We'll see how they handle one of the toughest matchups in the NBA. Guys?
Thanks so much, David. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for Houston. Takes it inside.
Oh, my gosh. How you missed that?
The Lakers trail. Over in the corner, Doncic. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. So it's the Rockets now. Screen by Şengün. And it's Green slamming it down.
Once he takes flight, Green
Good
can make
steal.
some incredible moves in the air.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on Jalen Green.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
And you can never really count out these Los Angeles Lakers, Greg, can you?
No, I really don't think you can. They battle out of the play-in tournament. They overcome obstacles, and they have tremendous willpower.
And the Lakers have possession. Following the miss by Jabari Smith. You know, it's inevitable that a player's physical abilities diminish over the course of a career. But the thing that stands out to me about LeBron James is that he never lost his insatiable drive to win. Guys, if anything, he's gotten stronger. And LeBron, the only player to reach 40,000 points in his career. Look, you're shaking your head. It's incredible, isn't it?
Absolutely remarkable, Kevin. And I did not think I would see it in my lifetime. 40,000 points. Just the sound of that is ridiculous. And, you know, he not only has lived up to the hype that has followed him since he was 15 years old, he's actually exceeded it, Kevin, which is crazy.
And the Lakers making a change here. Houston in the lead. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Smith outside. To the middle. Here's Eason. Cousin and Smith with the assist that time.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Here's Smith. After Luka Doncic's bucket, they kick it out to Green. Pass to Whitmore. No one near Smith as he lets it go. From outside, off the mark.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Connect with it. Scoreless thus far. And it's Doncic missing.
Bro, what is you doing?
Pass to Smith. And here's Green outside. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Houston on top. They're up by 3. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Rockets, guys.
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
Now here is Holiday. Smith outside. Eason gets a wide open look. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Eason's got 7 points in the game.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Here's Finney Smith. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Now, here's Şengün. Puts one up from 19. The kick out to Holiday. Smith outside. That 3 off the mark. Lakers trail by 6. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Pass to Finney Smith. And stolen by Şengün. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Houston.
They've really been disruptive on the defensive end, forcing turnovers and turning those turnovers into points at the other end.
Now here's Green. Back to Şengün. And it's Brooks in the corner. Pass to Şengün. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Here's Vincent. They double him with Green. Now here's Vanderbilt. Back to Vincent. Shot clock at 6. Here's LeBron. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
Incredible for his age. The decision-making of Şengün GA is very impressive.
So calm when he sees a double coming. Reads and reacts with ease when he's on the block or at the nail. Reminds you of a young Jokic with how he sees the game.
I'm gonna make him quit. Pick the next team, bro.
I'm prolific, so gifted. I'm the type that's gon' go get it. No kidding. In front of your building. Sitting on the steps feeling no feelings. Last night it was a coat. You gotta keep the devil in his hole. But you know how it goes. I'm front line every time it's sold. Flow, run and shoot pro. 458 drop, playing bulletproof soul. Every few shows I just buy some new gold. Circle got smaller, everybody can't go. Downtown Diamond District, jewelers like yo. Hustle, holla at me, I got Cubans on the low. Through the Cancun, on the boat. And dock that Tulum just look. Listening to music at the Mayan ruins.
true devotion on the bluest ocean. Cruising. My cultural influence, even revolution. I'm integrated vertically, y'all blew it. They tell me hustle, dumb it down, you might confuse them. This ain't that weirdo rap you used to. I'm a urban legend. South Central in a certain section. Can't express how I curb the tactics. Guesses, evidence of a divine presence. Blessings, held me down at times I seem reckless. Got an L, but gotta eat for effort. Dropped him off in the Mojave Desert, then left him. Ain't no answer to these trick questions. Money making this, straighten out my jewelry on my...
On the road, looking for a win against an Eastern Conference rival. The Washington Wizards are ready for this thing to get started. Glad to have you with us for more NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And joining us from the sidelines is David Aldridge. Now, here's Poole. Pass to Carrington. Carries it from three-point range. There should be plenty of action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
Young's shot is off. Lets it go from the wing. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, D.A.?
Well, Quinn Snyder and I got a chance to talk for a bit. We got to talking about Jordan Poole and how you deal with a player like him. Coach smiled and said, we want to be as disruptive for him as possible. Anything we can do to prevent him from getting into a rhythm, we'll do it. Keeping Poole off balance is the plan here, guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated. The Wizards shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
He's off on the first. Greg, it's not the first skill you think about, but Jordan Poole is unreal at the foul line.
I mean, led the league in 22 at 92.5%, beating out teammate Steph Curry by 0.2%. Poole's all
out of the rafters. He punched it in.
Are you kidding me?
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Clock at 6. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Young from outside. Good defense by Poole. We've seen a quick start here for the Wizards. The shot by Middleton, wide open. Off target from the wing. Young looking it over. Here he goes. And the layup's good off the glass.
Carving through the defense with ease. I love watching Young slam on the Jets. Pin knife inside.
And here's Poole for 3. Rebound Atlanta. For 3. And that's good. Trae Young for 3. Young's got 5 now.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And it's Brian Keefe calling timeout here. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Here's Poole. What a unique resume for Coach Quinn Snyder. Stan, he's coached in college. He's been overseas as a head coach. He's been in the G League, and now he is back in the NBA.
Yeah, and this guy's just a great coach. He's had teams that perform well at both ends of the floor. He's won everywhere he's been. And he's the only NBA coach I know of that's got a law degree on top of it.
So he's smart and he can coach. Oh, and by the way, he had a pretty good mentor in college, didn't he?
He certainly did.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
A nice shot by Young.
When you watch Young, there's that courage to his game.
Pass to Champagnie. Beyond the arc. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. And so Young will bring it up for the Hawks. They trail by 1. Puts up a deep 3. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Young's got 10 points in the game.
Easy to admire Young's confidence. Knows he has
oh my God, Jordan Poole
from way outside.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. I asked Quinn Snyder what he enjoys most about coaching, and the Hawks coach said the opportunity to compete in such an intense way. Also, the tactics of the game and the intellectual part of player development. It's rewarding to see and have a part in someone's growth and improvement. Kevin?
David, that's coaching, right? Growth and development. A mind for the game, for sure. I've always respected Coach Snyder. The Wizards have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game. That free throw missing.
Wow. What, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. GA, when it comes to the Wizards, they have a pretty spotty track record over the past decade.
Kevin, it's tough to get things right in the draft. Plus, they have just had poor lottery luck, only selecting higher than 8th once in the last decade. But they have passed on some superstar-level talent.
We've got 33 seconds left here in the first quarter. And the rejection by Holmes. Here's Carrington. Pass to Poole. With the floater. Misses in close. And here's LeVert. With 1 on the clock. And he hits the buzzer beater.
1 eye on the rim, 1 eye on the clock. Nice job.
Well, it's good to have a player on the floor with that kind of awareness. He recognized the situation.
Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Atlanta Hawks. He got into double digits for the... And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, they gave the other team no time to breathe. Every time they got the ball, they were off to the races. And you see how effective this aggressive mindset can be.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Driving the lane. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
And this guy can light up the night with his scoring. Hard for the defense to contain Young.
Johnson gets the bucket.
He's hooping.
We've got some talented defensive big men in the league today, Coach. But in your opinion, who would you say is the best rim protector?
Well, Kevin, I would have said Rudy Gobert because people didn't even want to
Trey
go
30,
with
nigga, Trey 40, nigga.
Anthony Davis is great. But I'm telling
He's
you,
hooping with the Wizards, though, bro. He's hooping.
I think is the best we've got now.
I'm not even mad at him.
We've never seen anything like him.
We never have, and I'm not sure we ever will again.
And it's Brian Keefe calling timeout here. And Coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Washington trailing.
Come on, yeah, he looked like he was. No, I don't know about all that.
Johnson outside. Driving to the basket.
Just so fast. I mean, it's like trying to stop a train when he's coming in for the slam.
Hey, no, for real.
Okongwu a screen. And Okongwu slams
Hey,
in.
no, for real.
You know, an awesome decision maker in that pick and roll. Young taking whatever he sees.
Whoever this Johnson dude is, he fucking Caris LeVert up.
Rebound Atlanta. Young with the ball. George picks him up. LeVert from outside.
Oh my God, Trae Young.
Offensive rebound. Back to Young. Shot clock at 6. Over George. Young, no good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Johnson outside. Banked in off the glass.
Who is this Johnson
got 9
looking
points
for?
in the quarter. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations.
Substitution on the court.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. And the way the Wizards like to play, Greg, you can expect them to get
That's
out.
a foul.
Yeah, they're young and they can fly, right? They've got speed and athleticism to get up and down the floor. They'll push the tempo as much as you allow.
And here's Johnson outside. And it's Johnson again missing. The Hawks leading. Young outside. Johnson with the rebound. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Washington Wizards. To the paint. Here's Sarr. Nice pass. Led into the rack perfectly for the layup.
The ball.
And the Wizards lead by 1.
That's where you want Sarr doing his work offensively. He is a tough cover in the paint.
Oh, and a fast break for the Wizards. That one, no good.
Well, that alley-oop attempt, a case of what could have been, just didn't finish the play.
Well, it's not easy to time that up.
Oh my gosh, I missed.
Quite in sync there.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Took him no time at all on that one.
3 points.
Champagne's got the lead up to 4 now for the Wizards. To Niang. Back to Young. .103 left in the first half. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Young. 18 points for him. Again, Young missing.
That was a good look from the mid-range. He'd like to have that one back.
And it's Carrington missing. Outside. Pass to Daniel. Here's Gay. Okongwu a screen. Down low. Just 5 on the clock. And here's Young from the arc. A three-pointer is right on target. Young's got 21 in the game.
Nice and composed on that 3 there. Trae giving his fundamentals all of his attention.
Cool, no good. The Hawks trailing. Young with the ball. 1 point in the game. And it's Risa Shea missing.
You feel me?
Here's Poole. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. It's the Wizards. They lead by 1. And we'll
I ain't never do a moving three-pointer with Trae Young in my life, and I hit that, but missed a wide open 3. I don't know. I don't know nobody else shot but Trae Young on this motherfucker. So if you figure out how to stop Trae Young, I'm cooked. But guess what? I shoot this motherfucker 50 times with him before I lose.
Young with the ball.
That's the name.
Picked up by Poole. Young's shot is good.
Talking about 36. He's going to get more than 36.
As we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
We're talking about Trae Young here, GA. What stands out most about him to you?
Well, Kevin, I'd say just how confident he is, right? He plays with that unique energy. And
baby ass.
You love him if he's on your team and can't stand him if he's playing against you.
Here's Young. Rebound by the Wizards. Here's Carrington. Pass to Poole. Softly drops in the floater. Now it's a 3-point Washington lead.
Great touch there. It's just so tough to defend a floater like that.
Here's Young. Here's Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
There's no bigger play in a close game than a
steal.
back slam.
Oh, and that one's got them all hyped up. Wow.
Charge.
Yes, some guys shrink in big moments, and some rise to the occasion.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. The 3 from Poole. And it's Daniels with the rebound. Young outside. Pass to Okongwu. Young outside. Lets it go with the 3. Again, Young missing. The Wizards with the lead. Here's Carrington. For 3, Middleton.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Young with the ball. George picks him up. Back to Young. Pass to Gay. And a dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
An excellent ball movement. Young being unselfish.
And it's Brian Keefe calling timeout here. He wants to talk to his guys. As a coach, what was the most difficult part when transitioning from college to the pros?
That's a great question, Kevin, and I think 2 things. Number 1, the length and the pace of the season. You just didn't have the time to prepare for the next game. Everything was sped up. And then, obviously, the talent of the players, so you're trying to game plan and come up with a way to stop guys who are essentially unstoppable.
6 on the shot clock. Pass to Gay. Good. Nice job down low. Gay's got 4 this quarter.
And this kid, Ricochet, is a team-first kind of player, willing to give it up to the open man.
Tries the spin move. Sarr with it. Lets the 3 fly. Good.
Oh my gosh, he's hooping with Washington, bro.
Sarr's got 5 points so far.
Well, Sarr continues to develop that 3-point shot, hoping to make it a reliable part of his game.
Back to Daniels. And the shot is good. Daniels has got the game tied up here for Atlanta.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look for that.
The shot's good. 17 points in the game.
This game shouldn't be this good.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. So LeVert will bring it up for Atlanta. A 2-point game. Nice jump shot from the top of the key.
Well, that's probably not the shot they were looking for, but hey, when it goes in, everybody's happy.
It's a steal.
Here's Poole. Pass to Champagnie. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Now, man. LeVert with a wide-open look. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Here's LeVert. He takes it in.
I love how
that boy shot
LeVert
himself.
does a fantastic job of just knifing inside and forcing the D to react.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses.
Well, not a perfect trip to the line, but he gets the one he needed to put them in the driver's seat.
I forgot they got Terrence Mann.
With 4 seconds on the clock, misses at the rim. And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game, and both teams putting up points in a hurry. Hawks lead by 1. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Now Smart, and the foul on Marcus Smart. That's his first foul.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Inside, back to Young. Driving inside.
Oh my gosh.
Here's Gage. Jams it in off the great move.
Steal.
And able to pad his stats a little bit there on that play, the board and the bucket.
And you know, Greg, that'll put him in the good graces of that coaching staff too. My goodness. Here's Jones. Rebound, Atlanta.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't the shot they were looking for. You got to keep the ball moving in that situation.
They're smart at using the screen there to just create space. Young,
very
reliable.
Oh my gosh, that's a steal. That's a steal.
Johnson surveying the floor. No good. He's missed 3, and he's made 4 of the 7. The Hawks leading by 5. Young. The shot's good on the assist by Daniel. Young's got 4 points this quarter.
Really, really good possession there. They've never lost their focus, even as the game's gotten tighter.
And
Put
if you're
the clamps
gonna
on his
play,
ass.
now is the time to do it. Time to finish the game strong.
And it's Brian Keefe calling timeout here. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. So both teams making some changes here. And the latest now from our sideline reporter.
Start picking my next team,
David, it's
nigga.
all yours. Take it away.
Thanks, guys. I was able to catch what Brian Keefe told his team during that break. They said, let's lock in, keep our focus. We need everyone down the stretch. Now, his players looked engaged, so I think the message got across. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Back to Okongwu. Over Middleton. The shot by Okongwu, no good. Wizards trail by 7. Johnson with it. And Young picks him up defensively. Back to Johnson. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Hawks. And so it's Atlanta with it. Young outside. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And the ball
Why would
goes
you
out of
touch
bounds.
that?
Last touch by Young. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. So the wing on the left. Johnson outside. And all around the rim that time before dropping in.
They continue to battle out there, so close to taking the lead.
Yeah, this is definitely a close one. Let's see if they have enough in the tank to take the lead here. Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
The three from Johnson. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10.
What a time for him to step up. Big 3 right there.
Bro, who is
Well, guys who
Johnson?
can make big shots at the end
Who
of
is this
games
guy?
have become a necessity in this league.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. He has decided it's the right time to talk. The Hawks leading by 4. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth. Here's Young. Pass to Gay. Back to Young. Just 5 to shoot. Count it. Good. Young's got 31.
Oh, crafty move there by Young, finessing his way around the contact.
Here's Johnson. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup.
That's an excellent bucket there. Not an easy one. That took some creativity.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Jordan Poole. That is his first foul of the game. 1:22 left to play in the final quarter. Young's shot is good.
And give credit to Coach there for drawing that up. He positioned his guys for immediate success.
Shot by Johnson, no good.
They need buckets to stay in this game. That's not the shot they're looking for.
Here's Young. And again, it's Atlanta.
And I like the resourcefulness Young brings to the table, taking any shot he can create.
Johnson, that's for 2. Another miss by Johnson.
Yeah, loose coverage by the defense, but he just couldn't make them pay.
Young drives in. Up and in on the layup. Young's got the lead up to 10 now for the Hawks. Johnson outside. Oh, that's blocked. 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Oh my gosh, I straight a game.
Connects from three-point range. Young's got 40 points.
And it's just competing. You know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Middleton outside.
Middleton, assistant guy, Jordan Poole.
Here's Young. And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity, and this is what they came out to do.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Stan Van Gundy.
I need a team. Somebody pick my team.
Go ahead and throw it in the bag. Throw your whole closet down if the can't hang the beat, don't bend if the can't hang the beat, don't bend if the can't hang the beat, don't bend if the can't hang the beat, don't bend. I'm finna go. She want me to treat her like, so I'm finna go. Throw it back, shawty, toss it up. She a boss, but I'm finna boss her up. Break her with that, call him up. She love me 'cause I'm finna.
Hi, and thanks for joining us on 2K Sports NBA action. It's coming up. Along with Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, this is Brian Anderson, and we've got our reporter, Allie LaForce. So the Timberwolves win the tip. To the middle. Here's Gobert. The kick out to Edwards. All right, Grant, a matchup of the elites tonight. Two Titans clashing in this one.
Oh, my.
What?
BA, I mean, there's no shortage of stars on either side of the ball. These tend to be statement games, sending a message by imposing their will.
Now here's Edwards. Outside, DiVincenzo. To the wing on the left. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Randall. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
Yeah, nice play by Randall. He can take up space in there and has great short area quickness.
Pass to Tatum. Randall with a steal. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Shakes him. And it's Randall with the jam.
Wow. Julius Randall. We could feel the floor shaking on that one.
And when you talk about the Boston Celtics last year, they were historically good, Richard.
Yeah, they had the 4th best net rating ever in the history of the game. That's Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, the MJ Bulls. Shattered the NBA record for offensive rating at 123.1. They were unreal.
Trying to show off for the fans and give them their money's worth, just couldn't finish.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
Oh my God.
Here's McDaniels.
Oh my
with
God.
Some nice D. Boston on offense. Here's White. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
Intelligent play by Tatum, moving the ball to get an open shot.
Edwards for 3. Minnesota again missing. Tatum from long range. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Now here's Edwards. Pass to DiVincenzo. Six to shoot. And he drives in. And no good. Good work defensively by White. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Joe Mazzulla. I asked him directly about facing Anthony Edwards, and Coach said, he's just so dynamic, right? Our hope is that we can control the pace, make this our kind of game, and he'll be a little less explosive. So the plan is to stifle Edwards by not letting him play at his tempo. Back to you.
Okay, thanks, Allie. And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. so Randall will bring it up for the Timberwolves. There's the three. Ooh, he's looking comfortable now. 3 for 3.
Come on,
Yeah, a shot that Randall
like
has
that.
added to his repertoire. Shooting the three with confidence now. You know, a reliable veteran like Julius Randle is so valuable. He provides a foundation for everyone else to play off of because they know he'll be there to score and help out. He makes it easier for other players to succeed around him.
Rips down the breakaway slam.
And it's energy like that on both ends of the floor that's got them out ahead.
Edwards looking for an opening. Nifty move. Oh, he cocks it back and throws it down right on Porzingis.
Oh, my. Edwards looking to demoralize the defense a little with that one.
Now here's White. Outside Holiday. Gets the 3 ball to go.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
There's 48 seconds left in the first. And here's Randall. 7 points in the game. And it's Randall with the jam.
Oh, that was nasty. A two-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there. Fires the 3. Porzingis misses. The Timberwolves trail. Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Randall from 20 feet. And Minnesota again with a bucket.
No hesitation from the big man, Randall. I mean, this is how confident of a shooter he is.
And stolen by Gobert. Fast break, Minnesota. Here's Edwards. It's good! It's good at the buzzer!
Wow! Makes his selection just in time. Well done.
He didn't even look worried about the time on the clock. Nice way to end a quarter.
What a performance for Julius Randle. He has been the story for the Minnesota Timberwolves. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
They've started the game the right way, penetrating the defense and attacking the rim. They're just not settling.
Pritchard, no good. Minnesota in the lead. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Brian, it's great hearing Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla talk shop. He said everybody tries to break basketball up into offense and defense, but it's one game. Your spacing, decision-making, and shot selection set up your defense. That transition happens so fast, so the game is constantly changing. It's all connected, Brian.
No question. Thanks, Allie. Good stuff there. Up top, Horford. Out to the right wing. Cornette sets a screen. Here's Hauser. Nails it from 3. Hauser's got his first 3 points of the game.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
Randall. Boston pulls it in. And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit.
God, bro,
Size
he
and
smoked
skill
the
combined
layup.
has always been your best bet at winning.
Timberwolves trail by 3. Edwards with it. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. 2 points. That one goes.
And just working his way inside, keeping Edwards out of the paint is not an easy task.
Back to Pritchard. And stolen by Edwards. Edwards driving. And Edwards slams it in. Well, plenty of give and take so far.
There's 6 lead changes already. Both teams came to play.
to Kornet. Here's Hauser, defended by Gobert. Offensive rebound. Here's Kornet. And good, as it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. And the Celtics lead by 1. And Edwards, here we go. Outside for Randall. DiVincenzo with it. This one for 3. Knocks it down from distance. DiVincenzo's got himself on the board with a 3 there. Horford outside. Pass to Pritchard. Kornet sets a screen. And Gobert with a block.
Yeah, the long arms. It's difficult to protect your shot from Gobert's reach.
Here's Pritchard. Still no points. And Conley grabs the miss. And about 3 minutes played now in the second quarter. Alexander Walker with the bucket. Grant, when you talk about consistency in officiating game to game, you think there's room for improvement?
You know, I do think so. I mean, they're allowing more contact, but overall, more clarity on what constitutes a legal guarding position would help players and officials.
Here's Conley. And the shot no good, a bit short. Celtics trail by 5. Fires the 3. Here's Horford. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Boston shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. Hard to find a season in his career where Horford didn't make an impact, RJ.
One way or another, he's going to help his team win. Still out there doing it and doing it at a high level. He's kind of an ageless one.
Wow.
Chalk up 2 there.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
14 feet away. Pritchard, no good.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
Boston, no good that time either.
This has not been his best quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Right side, Edwards. Outside, DiVincenzo. Pass to McDaniels. Outside, Edwards. Just 5 to shoot. Over Holiday. Edwards, no good.
That is not a bad decision to pull from there. It was just a little bit off with the execution.
It's his first trip to the line.
First personal foul.
That's good from White. That one misses. The Timberwolves lead by 4. Now Edwards. 10 points for him. Going inside. Okay, knockout.
Man. Wow. And just an agile move by Edwards inside, allowing him to beat the contact.
There's Tatum with the 3. Tatum! Money from deep.
Guy's just ridiculous. He's just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Timberwolves ahead, leading by 3. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit. And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Pass to Porzingis. Kick out to Brown. Now Holiday. Guarded by Edwards. Spins. Here's Tatum. Ooh, a terrific shot on the turnaround. Tatum's got 7 points. And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. It's a 1-point game. down, Celtics.
Uh-oh. Did he change his mind on the way up? I think he did.
One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
Shoots. Here's Gobert. No luck. They battled on the glass, but they couldn't knock it down. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, after some down years in Dallas, Kristaps Porzingis said, I really checked myself. From that point on, I started building my game back up. Sometimes when you're younger, your physical abilities might already be there, but your mental is not. Once that all clicks, that's when you've got something.
Well, that's a good way to think of it. Thanks, Allie. And we're about a minute and a half in the second half. Outside Edwards. Can't hit that one. Some solid defense from Holiday. Pass break. Here come the Celtics. And it's Tatum missing. Timberwolves trail by 3. Now here's Edwards. He's got 12. Inside. Edwards lays it in.
And certain nights, Edwards just goes off. Very tough to stop when he's in the zone.
The kick out to White. On the wing, Tatum. Tatum draws the double. Outside, Brown. Some solid defense from Edwards. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Moving it up. Oh, Tatum taking flight.
Oh, this is how aggressive Tatum is. Excellent job of getting to the rim and a finish. Just light work.
And you look at Derek White, Richard, the energy he plays with, it is remarkable.
That's his greatest attribute, his activity on both ends of the floor. Having a high motor is a skill. He keeps coming and tries to wear you down.
First team foul. Now into the lineup for Timberwolves. Nickeil Alexander-Walker.
Pass to Gobert. Great D that time from Porzingis. For the tie. And Conley with the 3. And that ties it up.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Check out Porzingis' energy. He's just relentless on both ends of the court.
Outside Conley. For the lead. Porzingis grabs the board. Pass to White. There's the double team with Alexander Walker. And here's Brown for 3. No good there.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Back to Randall. White with a steal. And they're pushing it up. The finish. Oh, it's Porzingis with the jam.
Now, we know he can hit threes, but Kristaps showing he can slam it too.
Conley looking for an opening. Here he goes. Gobert inside. Yet to see a basket. He's off on that one. Great D that time from Porzingis. Here's the break. Throws it down, and the official calls a foul. It may be a three-point play. Jaden McDaniels picks one up.
Strong finish by Tatum. Nothing was stopping him there.
Personal foul.
And that one falls for Tatum. And Minnesota with possession here. They trail by 7. Looking to end the run. And there's a nice layup by Conley. Conley's got 5 points now this quarter.
A cagey score on the inside. Conley has the smarts
Oh my
and he has the skill.
bro.
White for 3. Again, the miss by Boston. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
Here's Conley. And so it's Jason Tatum making highlights for the Celtics. Hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. And don't go far. We'll be right back. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Timberwolves trail by 5. Outside Conley. Lets the three fly. And Craig pulls it down.
The defense just giving him the easy look there. He's not going to miss that.
Here's Horford. And Horford powers it home.
Look at Horford just rocketing off the floor. Putting the defense on notice with a big dunk.
Conley up top. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
In crunch time, trying to get the foul, the bucket, or both.
Horford, right side. The ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Conley. And they're on the run. On up the court. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That's on Al Horford.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far from Boston?
They have found a lot of success in transition, running at every opportunity and getting points before the defense can get set.
Just a tough miss at the line. They're down 2 baskets now.
Picked his pocket. Fast break, Minnesota.
And this was already coming down to the wire, but poor ball control and some fast hands have raised the stakes.
The Celtics with the lead. Here's Pritchard. Pass to Horford. And he gets the bucket.
Good heads-up basketball. Sees an opening and capitalizes.
And so Conley will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. And the shot's good. Conley's gotten 4 this quarter.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for him.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth now. Sinks the tray. Oh, this one has turned into an absolute nail-biter.
Yeah, at this point, you almost expect it to come down to the last possession.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Over the break, I listened in on Joe Mazzulla's huddle. They said in the huddle, this is it. No excuses. Let's figure out a way to win. A couple of players spoke as well, firing up their teammates. A great ending.
Oh, my God.
Great work, Allie. Thanks.
An authoritative play by Porzingis, dominating the glass and getting the second chance look.
Outside Edwards. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Kristaps Porzingis picks one up. Free throw good, Edwards.
Well, we know Edwards has an impressive skill set, but what really separates him is the competitive edge that he plays with.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see him miss.
Back to Holiday. They kick it out to Porzingis. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday. Porzingis has got 11 in the second half.
Oh, my. Huge play from Porzingis. A testament to the competitiveness that he plays with.
The shake. Oh! Edwards packs it home.
Wow. Edwards almost makes it look effortless. Like the whole team wasn't holding their breath right there.
Pure from three-point range.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games. Here's
Edwards. Out to DiVincenzo. Outside Edwards. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
And Edwards' teammates encourage him to be aggressive because when he is, he forces the defense's hand.
So he gets them both.
In a tight game, he is exactly who he wanted at the line.
Pass to Porzingis. Back to Brown. Fires for 3. Hauled in by DiVincenzo. The Timberwolves trail. Here's McDaniels. Bullseye! McDaniels got his first bucket in this one.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
So the first one drops, and that ties this game up. And so he's good on both free throws, and that gives him a lead.
And this is how you execute. Creating any type of separation is huge right now.
And here's Brown for 3. Knocks down the triple.
ICE. Ice. He has absolute ice in his veins. This guy, he lives for these moments.
.51 seconds left to the 4th. Here's Edwards. Boston pulls it in.
Ooh, he really came close to leveling the score there.
You love the intensity out there right now. Close game. Both teams leaving it all out there.
And Minnesota with possession here. Three-pointer. Oh, the trifecta!
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
And Jaden McDaniels picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. There's 18 seconds left in the game. And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
And a smart choice right there. I mean, you can't allow them to just drain the clock.
And no good, as the first free throw misses. We'll see if he can hit the second. And he's able to hit the second one, and that'll put him up 2. And here's Holiday. Pass to Brown. White on the wing. Kick out to Brown. Oh my! What a shot!
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. And coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. All right, guys, how do you see him managing the next possession?
They've got one last chance to win it. It's got to be a catch and shoot off the inbounds play. They don't have time for a second pass.
Nice little draw up there from the inbounds play to get them an easy bucket.
So it's a narrow victory for the Timberwolves, pulling it out for the W. And this was an...
To me, cause I can get it on. Rule number 1, keep your eyes open. Rule number 2, stand on business, move like a boss. Sack, spill, pick it up, I ain't checking how much it costs. Rule number 3, the beef, let's get to the cheese. Rule number 4, never be butter, there's many more. Get them riches, you can pick like any, money, mo. Coach, know you better put D-Lo in the game, you wanna scope. Let me get your phone number, you know you so fine, baby. I'm trying to get you in my car, baby. Better, that sound crazy. Boy, you wanna get rich? Stop spending your time hating. Boy, LV on my shoulder, taking over. Hop out double R, this ain't a Range Rover. Better tighten up. I be fly, pull off Cybertruck. Make these Rick Owens, these ain't Jordan 1. What's your name? Where you from? Where you going? I'm in the kitchen. I'm in the kitchen, trying to break my arm. You gon' have to run it up. You wanna catch me? I can put that on you when you're ready. I be driving these foreign cars like a Chevy. These is not no Nike Dunks, these Giuseppe's. Throw it to me cause I can get it on. Rule number 1, keep your eyes open. Rule number 2, stand on business, move like a boss. Sacks, filth, pick it up, I ain't checking how much it costs. Rule number 3, the beef, let's get to the cheese. Rule number 4, never be butter, there's many more. Get them riches, you can pick like any, money, mo. Coach, know you better put D-Lo in the game, you wanna score.
Brian Anderson here. Joined by our analysts, Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke. Plus, reporting from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. And it's the Grizzlies to start it out. And he jams it home with authority.
Among the best passers in the league, Morant finds open teammates.
And one thing that Morant has always been a lead at, finding a seam in a defense and getting to the rim.
Yeah, any crack allows him to get inside. And as good as anyone at splitting a double, which he sees a lot of. So once inside, he can finish with authority or kick it out to a shooter.
And so it's Memphis with it. To the middle. Kicks it out to Bane. Outside Morant. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Jackson. Lets the 3 fly. Rebound, Anthony Davis.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Gafford with the bucket.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
No, I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Back to Morant. Inside. Here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Yeah, you have to admire the size and strength of Jackson Jr. Just fantastic work establishing himself inside and slamming it down.
There's Davis with the 3. And just around a minute and a half into this first quarter. Pass to Thompson. Now here's Davis. Defended by Jackson. Here's Morant. And then Morant with the dunk.
And you know you're always going to see some highlights when Morant is on the court. I mean, he loves to use that incredible 44-inch vertical. How about the bounce?
We can call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied. Pass to Jackson. Here's Wells. Let's go with a 3. Gafford grabs the miss. Doris, one place you see this Dallas team show up is in the hustle steps.
B.A., this version of the Dallas Mavericks is as tough and as gritty and as willing to compete as any I've seen.
Now here's Gafford. 5 on the clock. Gafford the screen. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
In tight windows, you have got to be confident and on point. Spencer Dinwiddie, really good job in the pick and roll.
Jalen
And now they lead as the free throw drops in for them. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played so far. Pass to Aldama. Fires for three. Kept alive. Kicks it out to Bane. This one for three. Knocks it down from distance.
3 points. Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
Yeah, he looked like me. Don't let him find out about Middleton. But we hit that. This game's so weak.
And a new group getting ready for the Mavericks. The Mavericks trailing. And we're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. This shot by Hardy, no good. And here's Memphis. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
A bit ago, Jason Kidd and I were able to chat. And we discussed his plan for Ja Morant. Coach smiled and said, I just told my guys to stay ready out there. Ready for anything, because Morant can do so many surprising things. We just have to stay on our toes. Hopefully that flexible mindset helps the defense keep up with Morant's antics out there. PA?
Okay, thank you, Allie. Here's Marshall. Just 5 on the clock. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
He's undersized for a 4, but his hops level the playing field.
Outside Morant. Kicks it out to Jackson. Fires from deep. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Knocks it loose. And stolen by Morant. Pass to Aldama. Down low. Jackson down low. Here's Edey. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Edey's got his second basket of the game.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out. Ugh.
To me, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
Martin with the bucket.
Boy, that's as wide open as you're going to get. The defense needs to lock in and be better than that.
On the wing, Bane. There's a screen. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by Exum. And so it's Dallas with it. Here's Marshall. Pass to Hardy. Back to Martin. Now Exum. And he banks in the layup.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Bane fires from way outside. And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Mavericks ahead, up by 2. Quarter number 2 coming up right after this break. Don't go anywhere. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
Well, hey, guys, I mean, can we talk about how unselfish they've been? Just racking up the assist numbers, moving it around with great precision.
Well, Grant, with players getting bigger and more athletic, do you support moving the restricted area out?
Yeah, B.A., I would. We've seen a lot of injuries when defenders slide underneath elevated players on the drive. So cutting down that risk makes a lot of sense.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
Jackson outside. Pass to Pippen. To the inside. Kicks it out to Jackson. Clock at 4. Over Washington. Lively grabs the miss.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Now here's Williams. Takes a 3. That one is off. And about a minute gone in the second quarter. Drives to the hoop. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that's simply stated a terrific play.
Over to the left wing. To the left wing. Screen by Lively. Exum outside. Here's Williams. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
Coach is loving the ball movement.
Grizzlies trail by 4. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Pippen, no good.
All alone from mid-range. You got to think he's kicking himself.
After 3 straight playoff appearances, the Grizzlies sadly missed the postseason in 2024.
You know, really, by no fault of their own, BA. Injuries ruined what fans were hoping would be a big year for them. You know, it just goes to show there's no safe bets in this league.
And so it's Memphis with it after the basket by Dallas. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. And a new group getting ready for Memphis. And we've got a timeout from Jason Kidd. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. The Mavericks lead by 6. Dinwiddie outside. Pass to Thompson. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey, Brian, Anthony Davis is letting it fly. He said, the way that teams are playing me, I've been getting back to the mid-range. It's an easier shot instead of fighting the double team, so that's all it is, continuing to trust it and shoot it. Brian, we've seen that jumper be a real weapon for him.
Yeah, that's a good call, Allie. Thanks. Dinwiddie outside. Gafford the screen. 4-3. Dinwiddie, no good. And so it's Moran who brings up the ball for the Memphis Grizzlies. They trail by 6.
Well, so much can be said about Jaren Jackson Jr.'s versatility, but I'd like to praise his team-first mindset. If the dirty work needs doing, he's got it, as long as it helps his team get the win.
Pass to Thompson. Off the mark there with a 3. Grizzlies trail by 4. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's going to be on Anthony Davis.
The boundless athleticism Morant has is really special. He's someone that is always in attack mode.
And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Dinwiddie, right side. And the layup is good. And the Mavericks lead by 5.
Well, Spencer Dinwiddie can make an impact in the painted area. He's got size at the position.
To the wing on the left. Back to Conchar. Kicks it out to Kennard. And it's off from three-point range. Here are the Mavericks now with the ball. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. Davis from long range. Drills it from deep. And now an 8-point Maverick lead.
Very effective facing up. AD spotting up and cashing in. Oh, yeah. That'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. Now here's Thompson. Still no points. To the paint. Back to Gafford. Oh, stolen by Morant. Stolen by Gafford. Pass to Davis. AD beasting down low.
Yeah, when Davis gets that kind of positioning inside, he is pretty much automatic.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. The drive by Morant. Kicks it out to Jackson. Launches a three. Knocked away. And so the ball out of bounds. Bagley touched it last.
Substitution on the court.
If they take their time, this will be the final possession of the quarter.
Well, it's amazing. If you finish quarters the right way, it can have such a great impact on the outcome of a game.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. We'll be right back. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. The Mavericks lead by 8. Here's Dinwiddie. From deep three-point range. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Here's Morant. Thompson pulls it in. The Mavericks on offense. Pass to Washington. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Bro.
Washington's got his first basket.
We think of Thompson as a beautifully gifted shooter, but make no mistake, he understands when and where to place the basketball when a teammate is open.
Here's Edey. Here's Conchar. And here's Morant. There's Jackson with the three. Hits the three-pointer. Jackson's got 5 now.
And you know, his team wants Jackson Jr. to keep taking these threes, knowing it'll help open up this offense even more.
And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Here's Exum. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Pass to Lively. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. This will be his 3rd free throw attempt of the game. And it's Morant with the ball for the Grizzlies. 7-point differential. Oh, got a piece of it. Oh, stolen by Morant. And we're about a minute and a half in the second half. There's Jackson with the 3. Fires in the triple. Jackson's got 6 in the quarter.
That jumper is pure. Jackson with great touch for a big man. Set him up, let him knock him down.
Pass to Martin. From behind the arc. Gets the 3 to fall. He has 7.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Timeout called. Memphis. Here's Morant. He's got 5. Pass to Jackson. Jacks up a 3. They get the rebound. Outside for Morant. And out of bounds. Dallas will have it.
I should have went back over easy.
And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Dallas leading by 7. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Grizzlies great Marc Gasol last season retiring from basketball. He embraced the city of Memphis. He said, quote, I think a player has to feel that it's their city and they have to fight for it. You play with a different mindset when you do that. To me, winning was the most important thing.
And they did a lot of winning, Allie. Here's Morant. After the basket by Dallas. And the basket by Bane.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
Boy, you love how guys are making plays for one another here.
Yeah, just a balanced attack, a total team effort.
Now here's Lively. He's got 6. Screen by Lively. Martin misses.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Jackson right side. Morant with it, and Lively picks him up defensively. Here's Jackson. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good. And now it's just a 4-point Dallas lead.
I love the strength shown by Jackson there, refusing to let the defense have the last word.
To the inside. Lively. And a slam dunk by Lively.
Well, hit a man in stride. That is a textbook delivery.
There's the foul. It's on Derek Lively. That's his first foul. So both teams changing it up here.
Substitution on the court.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Here's Morant.
Oh, my God. Look out below.
Oh, putting on a show for the fans. Morant's skills making it look like a circus in here.
Outside, Williams. From downtown, Grizzlies with the rebound.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Pass to Bane. The 3 is up. Gafford grabs the miss. Dallas leading by 4. Here's Exum. Missed inside. Outside Morant. Jackson left side. Inside. Howard down after the assist led him to the lane.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Stolen by Jackson. Here's Morant. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. Daniel Gafford picks one up.
What determination from Morant in the paint, getting his shot off despite being fouled.
Good on the second one. And we've got a timeout from Jason Kidd. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
And something fans don't always get to see, some of the closely guarded secrets that happen in that huddle.
It's tough to hide your communications. Teams go to great lengths to try to do it, but sometimes to no avail.
There's 18 seconds left in the third. Dinwiddie outside. Thompson outside. Davis a screen. What if it goes? Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
That is a huge three-pointer. Extends the lead at the last possible second. That'll give him a big goal.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. Grizzlies trail by 4. Jackson on the wing. And the dunk by Jackson.
He put a little flair on that one.
Yes, he did. Man, he's a strong finisher, huh? And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
So it's Dallas with it. And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That's his 3rd foul so far. Left side, Edwards. They set a pick. Down low. Here's Christie. Cleared away by Wells.
I'll tell you, everything went right in terms of execution. He just can't get it to go.
Jackson, the screen. Here's Morant. Going inside. He nails it, and we're tied.
The quick feet of Morant. He's so dangerous when he's cutting to the rim.
Pass to Williams. Here's Edwards. From the arc. Unable to get that one.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
Right. He stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
Jackson gets the bucket.
Cool, calm, and collected at a critical juncture in this game.
We've gone about a minute and a half into this 4th quarter. Pass to Edwards. Oh, deflected. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will keep it.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. And the Mavericks with some changes. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, I was able to catch the message that Jason Kidd was giving to his team. He was harping on the number of offensive rebounds that they've given up. He told them they have to recommit to the defensive glass. He said, quote, "We're not walking away with the W if we don't box out." A simple message, guys, but an important one.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Here's Morant. Morant with the slam!
And the bounce that Morant possesses is unlike anyone else at his position.
Back to Gafford. Pass to Washington. Puts the move on. The rebound by Edey. Memphis leading. Jackson with it. He hits again. 7 for 13 and looking confident.
Yeah, that's how Jackson's most effective, playing aggressive around the basket.
Washington outside. Davis a screen. Pass to Gafford. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, and Jackson with the defensive effort.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Edey. Good, and the setup by Morant. And now a 6-point Grizzly lead.
In crunch time, trying to get the foul, the bucket, or both.
Dinwiddie outside. Back to Gafford. Dinwiddie outside. Dallas no good that time either.
If you want to cut into a lead, you have got to trust your teammates and move the ball.
Outside for Morant. the wing, Bane. Up again. Rebound collected by Anthony Davis. Mavericks trail by 6. Washington outside. Pass to Dinwiddie. To the middle. Here's Davis.
Oh, man. He plays with a relentless motor. In crunch time, too. Davis always wants the ball in his hand.
.59 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Edey. From outside the arc. Rebound collected by Anthony Davis.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
And it's Washington missing. And that's an intentional foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And here's Bane. Jackson outside. Soft touch off the glass. And the Grizzlies lead by 6.
Yeah, what composure from Jackson Jr. Not allowing the pressure of the moment to get to him.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Pass to Gafford. Back to Washington. 6 to shoot. Davis a screen. Thompson shot is off. And an intentional foul right there.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
He drops the first one. And that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it's an 8-point ball game. And Dallas calls time here. 8 seconds left in the final quarter. Guys, what do you think?
Too little, too late. Making a change won't save them now.
Well, I think he might just want to remind these guys, hey, let's finish the game the right way.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, you know what? We'll give them some credit for battling today, but this one is just about over.
He hits the first one, and that'll put him up by 9.
2 shots.
And so Jackson nails both of them.
Well, you love a guy who gets himself to the line, takes his time, and makes the free throws. Complete professional.
And so Memphis takes this one by a big margin. They have to feel good about this performance. It's one they can be.
Want my last name, but I'm finna pass this free. Yeah, she tryna get in my mind, I lock the door and pass the key. Yeah, I told that one time that she'll never find another like me. Yeah, too bad I might make her my accessory. My mama said I rock like too much black, I might need me an exorcist. Let me shine forever. If it's time, I'm ready. I might turn no edit. Think this heaven sent. Be the like me, she can never. Be a like you, I can never. I'm with the game forever. Getting fresh forever. Top floor, but we on the 5th level. Getting cash forever.
And I wanna get me forever. And I wanna get me forever. And I wanna get me forever. Yeah, she checking it. She like a earthquake. I know it's never say never. But I couldn't be like you, I can never. He said he couldn't meet a like me, he could never. It's hard to say loyal to you when she looking at me in that way.
Yo, me that like me, you can never. Yo, me that like me, you can never. Yo, me that like how I might never. Yeah, shot it right forever.
We are live from Boston for an Eastern Conference contest with the Celtics. Great to have you with us, everybody, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And joining us courtside, reporter David Aldridge. Now, here's Tatum. Over Hart. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him off.
And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency across the board. The numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
5 on the clock. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Look at that catch and shoot ability from Bridges. Not all forwards have that skill.
And here's Tatum for 3. It's rebounded by Anunoby. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. It's a 3-point game. It's hauled in by Porzingis.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
An accurate shooter from distance. Tatum's teammates want him to keep looking to pull the trigger.
Pass to Towns. Porzingis with the block. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. 5 to shoot. Here's Towns. Score of the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And I'll tell you, offense comes really easy to Big Cat.
On the wing, Brown. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. And here are the Knicks. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. I caught up with Coach Joe Mazzulla. Now, Coach said they need to take away Jalen Brunson's weapons and make him make plays, especially from outside. Coach said Brunson is a great distributor. He gets all of his teammates involved. We need to take away his weapons and make him shoot the 3. See if the defense can do that. Back to you.
Thank you, David. That one goes in.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the...
Look at them ball rolled.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. And here are the Knicks now. Richard, the Celtics have been among the NBA's elites for quite a while now.
Well, they've been a title contender every year for almost a decade now. Even with several coaching changes over that time, they've been the model of consistency.
Now here's Porzingis. Brown right side. And And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax, signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history.
2 minutes. Now here's Towns. Bridges deciding where to go with it. He squares up and sinks it. Bridges got 5.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Now here's Brown. Yep, that one goes in there.
Muscling that one in. JB is a strong individual.
Inside. Here's Towns. Fader on the way. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring. Able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy.
No thanks. Oh, yeah. Give yourself a round of applause.
1:14 left to play in the first. Here's Brown. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You got to focus on the details.
Now here's Brunson. Hasn't made one yet. Anunoby has the open look. Misses the 3.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
Outside, Horford. The Knicks pull it in.
Really thought he had this one. And the defense, they were giving it to him.
Right side Towns. Takes the 13-footer. Misses his second shot in 4 attempts from the field. Here's Hauser. Pass to Brown. We've got 13 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And the turnover again by Boston. On the wing, Bridges. That falls. Nice feed that time from Brunson.
3.
Bridges got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for the Knicks. A 3 off the inbound. Mikal Bridges has been the guy making things happen for the New York Knicks. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We come back right after this. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what stands out to you from New York in this one?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
It's been a group effort, and that's what it takes to play the kind of defense that they've played. Great showing from them.
Greg, you've been a part of some great contending teams over the years, but what's it like being on a team at the bottom of the standings with not a lot of hope for the regular season?
Well, Kevin, no one likes losing, but it can certainly take a toll. But it can also allow you to play more freely when you know you're bad and you're not having to deal with the pressure of expectation.
Now, here's Bridges. Takes it inside. Jason Tatum grabs the board. Pass to Pritchard. Taken away.
Bridges isn't the biggest guy, but he is a fighter.
Richard, one thing you don't see Mikal Bridges do is miss games. He is always out there.
I think it would take a lot to make him sit out of a game. He is committed to being there for his team. It's so impressive.
And talking about the Knicks, GA, do you feel they took a step forward last season?
I do. I mean, losing in 7 in the conference semis with all the injuries they had, that really kind of set them back. They ended that game 7 with the Pacers missing 4 of their starting 5. So, no doubt, expectations will be high.
Towns, no luck. Celtics trailed by 6. Pass to Craig. Now here's Tatum. Brunson covering. Back to Horford. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist.
And it's the long arms and broad shoulders that make Horford such a tough matchup inside. Teams try to get physical with him, but he's usually up to the challenge.
And Brunson, here we go. GA, as you know, Jalen Brunson is a second-generation NBA player.
His dad, Rick Brunson, was an 11-year vet who also played overseas and eventually settled in as a coach in this league. So Jalen grew up in those NBA locker rooms.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, as always with Tom Thibodeau teams, they are level-headed. He said of his Knicks, we want guys to sacrifice and put the team first, but there has to be that belief. When your best players have it, your entire team ends up having it. We know if we stay disciplined, we'll have a chance to win. Kevin?
It's about that time again. You already know it's about to be the coldest summer ever, right? Yo, L Street. Yeah? L Street. L Street. Billionaire. Come on. Boy, you know I had to dip, set my wrist. This that Pelly in the wintertime with that bird, with that chicken. Chillin' with the camera on and jewels on and that chain on, just glisten. We be on straight bars like Jim. That's a gym, just listen. Y'all was trying to keep up with the Jones. I was trying to keep up with my phone. Toss a little up before they burn around steady. I was just burning out, but I was learning how to stretch it like a finger fold. Never been played because of some same that was at these other. See, I was respecting the hustlers. Y'all be respecting the. I be with shakers and movers, counting my blessings, cause one day you lose it. I was respecting the hustle. Y'all be respecting it. I be with shakers and movers, counting my blessings, cause one day you lose it. Hey, boy, you know I had to dip, set my wrist. This that ride around, that drive around with them chains on my chest. This that hustle music, when the hustle moving, they ride around with that. This is my go-getters, we gon' go get it, we gon' go get it, that's it. Boy, you know I had to dip, set my wrist. I really earned it like it, I ain't heard about it, I ain't have more, I just tip a thorough, this is still the made it rich. I really made it out, they didn't hate about it, that's enough to make a sick. I was laying out with the vultures. He wanna get closer, he wanna touch for some closure. I ain't got time, baby, tuck your emotions. Hop in the one with the motion.
With Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, this is Brian Anderson. Joining us from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. Here's Garland. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game. Well, Grant, when you take a look at this matchup, both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
With his frame and craftiness, James Harden should be an excellent offensive rebounder. Nice second chance opportunity there.
Left side Mitchell. And he drops it in from the low post.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
Harden from outside. Buries it from 3. Harden's got 5.
Well, James Harden, a sniper through and through. You give him even a little sliver of daylight, and that ball is gone.
Allen a screen. And the basket's good. The assist from Garland.
What's up, Mama?
Setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And Doris, you think about the advantage for Jared Allen with that 7'6" wingspan.
BA, this guy is a massive presence in the paint. He's got length, he's got intellect, and he's got incredible anticipation and timing. The other thing is he can absolutely step out on the perimeter and keep a ball handler in front. He is a special defender.
So it's Los Angeles now after the basket by Cleveland. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. Zubac. And he buries his first look.
Now this is where Zubac's most comfortable. Good work on the interior right there.
Outside Mitchell. Here he goes. Out to Garland. Mobley outside. Let's go with a 3. Out of bounds. It'll be the Clippers ball.
Clippers substitution. Number 55. Derek Jones Jr.
Now Los Angeles with it. They trail by 1. Leonard outside. And he'll draw. A foul. He'll head to the line for 2. It's going to go on DeAndre Hunter. Well, Doris, there's one thing for sure. When Kawhi Leonard is available, he's elite.
There's no question about it, Brian. And it's so difficult to watch a player who cares so deeply about the game as Kawhi does not have his body hold up. It's been unfortunate over the years to see the toll injuries have taken on his career. But boy, oh boy, clutch, skilled, competitive, tough, every attribute you could want.
Not exactly what Coach wanted coming up the floor, but he'll take it.
Outside Mitchell. Pass to Mobley. That one falls. Nice setup by Mitchell.
Now you've got to play in pick and roll if you're in the NBA game. Evan Mobley, a very good screen setter and a nice roll there.
Now here's Harden. He's got 5. He drops it from range. Harden's got 8.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
And Los Angeles making a change here. To the inside. And it's Allen who slams it home.
Jared Allen putting on a show. Get out of his way, folks. It's coming down on your head.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
We know Kawhi Leonard is a former Finals MVP. Jimmy Butler said, there are guys that are like, quote, I'm going to find the best way to win. In a 7-game series, I'm going to get the best of you in the end. Kawhi's definitely up there. Whatever he's got to do, he is going to find a way. And Brian Butler would know a thing or two about that, wouldn't he?
Yeah, you know that. No question about his abilities. And the dunk by Leonard.
Kawhi Leonard decides to flash that explosive athleticism. This guy works so hard on a both his body and his craft. Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest fives in the NBA.
Here's Harden. After the basket by Cleveland. It's good. 10 points for him.
James Harden's ability to finish with either hand, so crafty, understanding how to navigate around defenses when he's in the painted area.
Now here's Mobley. Back to Allen. Clock at 6. Mobley, left side. Over Jones. Mobley, no good. And so it's Harden with it. He brings it up for Los Angeles. Oh, okay then.
Well, don't let Kawhi's quiet demeanor fool you. This guy has athleticism and explosiveness. How about that in style?
Pass to Mobley. The ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Dunn. Well, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. It's Los Angeles. They lead by 5. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. All right, let's take a look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Los Angeles.
Well, their hands resulting in plenty of steals in the early going, keeping the opposition there off balance.
And Doris, who can forget the 2016 Cavs, the team that brought Cleveland their first NBA title?
And not just basketball. The city hadn't won a championship, BA, in any sport for over 50 years. And for LeBron, a homegrown talent, to do that with Kyrie, that is a team that will always have a special place in Northeast Ohio lore.
Mobley with the block.
7 feet sneaking shots past Mr. Mobley is not easy. Send it back, Evan. Wow, you don't see him left alone very often, and of course, he makes good use of it.
Outside Jones. Back to Coffey. Dunn outside. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
Yeah, I really admire the poise of Chris Dunn, appearing totally comfortable in the paint.
Mobley down low. And Mobley throws it down.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. And Los Angeles making a change here. Here's Simmons. No points so far.
Number 24, Norman Powell.
Pass to Jones. Powell outside. From the arc. Donovan Mitchell with a board.
Well, the defense clearly was not interested in guarding him from downtown. They're very fortunate he missed.
And the shot is good by Garland.
Boy, how about the nimbleness to overcome the defense inside. Darius Garland makes his opportunities.
Pass to Jones. The 3. On the wing, Jones. From deep. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Seems like this offense is being executed the way it was designed.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach couldn't be happier with the results.
Outside Garland. This one for 3. It's rebounded by Zubac. The Clippers trail. Doris, when we talk about young guards, few better than Darius Garland. What makes him great?
I think a few things, but I would start with the fact that he's a 3-level scorer. Knocks down the 3 with consistency, can get to his in-between, but also creative at the rim. The other thing I love, Brian, is that he defends with great intensity. Well, the point guard IQ of Darius Garland. In pick and roll, you've got to be able to make great decisions, and he does.
Simmons is doubled. Zubac inside. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
Making sure of it with the 2-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here.
Evan Mobley might be a big man, but boy, how about the touch on that pass right there?
And there's the foul. It's going to belong to Darius Garland. That's his first foul.
Team foul. Substitution on the court.
Harden surveying the D. Oh, a good look from Zubac. Strus grabs the miss.
Cannot believe he missed that one. Ooh, I'm sure he can't either.
And the shot is good by Garland.
Well, nice rise and fire from range by Darius Garland. A three-point shot so highly valued.
Back to Harden. And Harden with the slam.
Are you serious? That is some power from a point guard.
Oh, I love backcourt players with some ups.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
Out to Powell. Fires from deep. Hunter with the rebound. And here comes Cleveland. They're on a 16-6 run. Left side Garland. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Garland. And Cleveland making a change here. Clippers trail by 5. Harden with it. He's got 12. Pass to Zubac. That one no good. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And here's Allen. He's guarded by Zubac. Allen a screen. Green with the ball. He's picked up by Zubac. Zubac with the steal.
If they take their time, this will be the final possession of the quarter.
Well, it's amazing. If you finish quarters the right way, it can have such a great impact on the outcome of a game.
Back to Bogdanovic. And the three off target. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Cleveland on top, leading by 5. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. Well, when you look at the forwards in this league, there are a lot more Grant Hill types out there these days, partner.
Well, thank you for the nice words, B.A. Of course, I took pride in my overall game. And over the last few decades or so, we've seen a bunch of guys playing the 3, 4, and 5 who can pass, dribble, and shoot. So it's fun to watch the game evolve.
Well, at this point, James Harden has put his imprint all over this basketball game, and the defense better find a way to figure him out soon. You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
Harden from outside. That one's good. 7 for 10 now.
James Harden understands answering a 3 with your own 3 negates any momentum of your opponent.
Back to Garland. Outside for Mitchell. And he lobs it up. And Mobley throws it down.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Well, you look at Evan Mobley, Doris, so agile for his size.
This is a young man, Brian, with so much upside. Defensively, he can guard on the perimeter, slides his feet, keeps his balance, contests without fouling, and he's growing every repetition on the offensive end. I can't wait to see his future.
And timeout called by Ty Lue. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Pass to Zubac. Mobley with the block. And it's out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession.
Number 15.
Shot clock at 5. Here's Leonard. Nice balance from Kawhi Leonard there.
The toughness and tenacity very much describe Kawhi Leonard's game.
Outside Mitchell. To the middle. Here's Allen. Allen a screen. Mitchell on the drive. And it's Allen who slams it home.
Well, Donovan Mitchell excelling at taking what he sees and pick and roll.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, a lot of new developments this season, and obviously they have the new arena, new designs for their logo, jerseys, and court. Not only that, their G League team moving into a brand new arena in Oceanside, renewing the San Diego Clippers moniker. Brian, a lot to be excited about for this Clips team.
No question. Good stuff, Allen. Thank you. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Listen, if you don't put a body on Jared Allen, this guy's going to make you pay.
Here's Harden. Good. 8 buckets in 12 attempts.
He is too good a mid-range shooter to leave him that open.
And Doris, the Clippers with new jerseys, a shiny new arena, and an ownership group that is very aggressive. They want some shiny hardware to go with it.
BA, you have to appreciate an ownership group that is willing to spend and make all the right moves in order to position yourself for the championship. But now the players need to come through. And what has been their undoing in recent years is injuries and the lack of availability of their best players. Age and health still hover over this organization. Well, that's about recognizing a transition opportunity when it presents itself. Nice job by Kawhi Leonard.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Leonard. Both teams will make substitutions. 1:44 left to play in the third quarter here. Pass to Allen. And it's Allen who slams it home.
There's nothing like a big man with agility. Jared Allen operating well in the pick and roll right now.
Three-pointer, Harden. And the rebound goes to Cleveland.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Okoro outside. Into the lane. Back to Allen. And it's Allen who slams it home.
Once Jared Allen gets rolling, this guy will keep the pressure on. He wants to be great.
Here's Harden. And Harden with the slam.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give him a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his groove.
Now brings a double. Here's Mobley. It's rebounded by Zubac. Clippers trail by 5. Here's Powell. That one falls.
Wow, with contact in the restricted area, Norman Powell, pretty play.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. To the paint. Here's Allen. And it's Allen who slams it home.
And sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here. Hanging up there like that. Pass to Zubac. And it's slammed in by Zubac.
Yeah, if you allow Zubac positioning near the cup, look out. This is what you can expect.
Oh, stolen by Harden. Powell in the post. With 1 on the clock. Jared Allen getting it done for Cleveland. He put together 10 points in the quarter. We'll be right back with you shortly.
42.
Don't be wet.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us.
Nigga, it's a video game.
And Cleveland has possession.
Play how you play, I play how I play.
It's a 3-point game. And he's going for the oop here. And it's Allen who slams it home.
Well, why settle for the layup when you can finish with authority? Mr. Allen on the dunk.
And you playing on the sit in the whole game. Like, what are you talking about, dude?
Here's Harden. Pass to Zubac. Leonard, left side. Back to Zubac. The rebound by Allen. Cleveland leading by 5. Here's Mitchell. There's the drive. Again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5.
The spider in the house. The unmatched quickness of Donovan Mitchell. What a bucket.
Down low. Bogdanovich on the wing. Out to Leonard. 6 to shoot. The drive by Harden. And then Harden with the jam.
Well, with that frame and that power, James Harden leaves no doubt.
Inside. Here's Allen. Outside for Green. Back to Allen. Outside Mitchell. Here's the floater. The rebound by Bogdanovich.
Hold on.
And Harden's got the ball here for Los Angeles. To the paint. Here's Zubac. Uses the glass on the layup.
Zero rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
You know, we talk about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
This has been the story of the game. A battle fought on offense.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And this is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
Pass to Mitchell. Back to Mobley. Here's Jerome. Now Mitchell. Leonard defending. 4 on the clock. Cleveland needs to get off a shot. Here's Jerome. Off target from 3-point range. Clippers trail by 3. And then Harden with the jam.
Oh, can you say important bucket by Harden? James always wants the ball in these moments. Love it.
Allen on the wing. Outside Hunter. Powell pulls it in. And the Clippers have possession. So far in the fourth, they've allowed just 6 points. Ooh, stolen by Allen. Now Mitchell. Mitchell bullies his way inside.
Wow, Donovan Mitchell simply fearless when his team is in need.
And Ty Lue has called a timeout. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. LaForce.
During that last break, Coach Tyronn Lue had some advice for the team. He thinks they're still very much in this game, saying it's right there, but it's on us to take care of it. We have to make it happen. I'm hoping to inspire his team here.
Okay, thanks, Allie. A minute 31 left in the fourth quarter.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
Takes a three. It's rebounded by Los Angeles.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Out to Leonard to tie it up. Mobley grabs the board.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
56 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Outside Mitchell. Just 5 on the clock. Offensive rebound. Back to Mobley. Goes back up. No good.
Well, put all that size to good use. Rip it off the backboard.
Here's Leonard. Great hustle, Leonard.
Big-time shot, sending his teammates into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together, everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch. That's about reading the floor. Hits his man right where he wanted it.
Pass to Leonard. The three is up. It falls! Oh! An enormous three-pointer!
That's one of those clutch shots he's known for. When the pressure is high, he seems to be the most locked in.
And here's Mitchell. Over Bogdanovich. Oh! Couldn't sink it, and we're going to overtime. Time expires. We're going to overtime. And we've got more out. Boy, these teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters. Now we're headed to overtime. This one should be fun. And Ty Lue has called a timeout. Looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. So it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the LA Clippers. Pass to Harden. Back to Leonard. To take the lead. And stolen by Mobley. Allen outside. Here's Garland. The layup off target. So it's Los Angeles now. Now here's Harden. Out to Leonard. Back to Harden. Shot clock at 3. Shoots over Allen. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Four quarters, not enough. We're just over a minute into overtime now. Garland for 3. Can't bury it. His 5th miss in 9 tries. Here's Harden. Good work defensively by Mitchell. Oh, a difficult make. Mitchell, elite.
Donovan Mitchell cooking right now. Things look easy on the offensive end.
Just over a minute and a half played here in overtime. Cavaliers with the rebound. Throws it up. Oh, wow.
Incredible. When you need one bad, go to a high percentage shooter, and Allen is that guy.
Out of bounds. It'll go to the Cavaliers.
Wow, what a time for a turnover. Shows you just how key one play can be.
Right side, Mitchell. Garland looking around. Here's the 3. Drills it from deep.
And they're building on their lead, doing whatever they can to blow this game open.
One of the things they're doing is identifying favorable matchups and then going at them.
Money. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Norman Powell absolutely fearless.
And that's an intentional foul. Mitchell with the ball. Six on the shot clock. Pass to Allen. Ooh, he doesn't hit the first. That was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And he does get the second one. And that increases the lead to 6. Time called here. The Clippers decide to talk it over. They're down by 6. Turning here to our analyst. What elements become the primary keys at this point?
They need to answer fast.
Well, preferably a 3, right? If there's a clean look, take it.
Pass to Zubac. Back to Harden. Fires for 3. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
At the line for your Cavaliers, Donovan Mitchell. 2 shots.
Good on the first. And that makes it a 7-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. And it's an 8-point ball game.
They've been a different squad here in overtime. I'm just not seeing the same energy level.
And he commits.
Well, big Zog, baby, you can't be scared of heights. I want to take you to the 60th floor and in a pink. Come here, baby. Move them bags for me, baby. I'll pay your rent. Tinted windows on the rentals, nothing less than 5%. No. These ain't ballin', you be on the bench. Be on the sideline, you ain't getting no plan. I be with them. Ice on, I'm outside. Pockets full of cheese. Fresher than Febreze. Smelling like some Creed. Head to toe Celine. Real solid street. It's in my eyes, boy. Come and get in with too slippery. Change your life, boy. Yeah, I'm screaming till they free the guys. Put me in the game, cause I'm starting 5, boy. This ain't a game, this how I live. Trap ain't dead, I'm for real. I'm in a big body switching gears. Naked wrists on Zephyr Hill. Mouth on Aquafina, baby. Pockets thick like Serena, baby. Pull up in that, yeah. Pull up brand new Beamer, baby. I came a long way from lunch trays and eating rice. Phone ain't got no service, I'm on a PJ. Went from $50 to my name to $50K a night. Big Zog, baby, you can't be scared of heights. I wanna take you to the 60th floor in a pink. Come here, baby. Move them bags for me, baby. I'll pay your rent.
336. Yeah, you look like me. Don't let him find out about Middleton. But you hit that. This game's so weak.
Bust my wrist on the PJ. D-Lo fought on the phone. When we land, I hit a couple folks and tell them it's on the throat. My little young one is out at Birkin, she might know some. Break down spot this on fire, another house for. I can show you how to run it up, I really know it. Turn up into 100,000 on a golden list. I'm the illest baby, and the realest baby.
We've got the Lakers and the Sacramento Kings. Along with Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson. This is Brian Anderson. And we've got our reporter, Allie LaForce. Sabonis outside. Pass to Monk. Poke loose. Oh, it's stolen by Doncic. Well, Grant, this is not your average regular season game. These teams are fierce rivals.
Oh, yes, they are, B.A. I love playing in these type of games. I mean, the fans are extra loud. The players are fired up. This will be fun. Filthy. I mean, just the arena is stunned.
He's got a deep bag of tricks to dig into. Here's Monk. He takes it in.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. On the wing, Hachimura. Here's Doncic. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. In 2024, Luka Doncic recorded 6 consecutive 30-point triple-double games.
That's right, B.A. The first time anyone has done it in NBA history. So if you didn't already believe in Luka magic, well, there's some proof that the magic is real.
Now here's Monk. They kick it out to Murray. Back to Monk. 6 on the shot clock. To the paint. Late clock here. The Kings need to get one up. Sabonis' shot is off.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
James double team. Here's Hayes. Here's Doncic. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
And how about the handles Luka has? Phenomenal at creating scoring opportunities for himself.
And it's Monk off the drive. Out to Sabonis. Launches a three. It's Hayes with the rebound. And Doncic has got the ball here for Los Angeles. Pass to Hayes. Outside Reeves. Out to James. Sends it home from three-point land.
I like how fast Bron makes decisions, reading the defense ahead of time, rising and shooting with confidence.
Timeout call, Sacramento. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Pass to Levine. And once again, off the mark by Sacramento.
Now, I understand that that shot didn't go down, but they will take that look every trip down the floor.
Kings trail by 7. Grant, how about that in-season tournament win for the Lakers in 2024?
Yeah, honestly, it just makes sense that the first of those trophies would land with a historic franchise like the Lakers.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, LeBron James last season set the record. He said, quote, "I'm blessed to do what I love and just to try to give back to the game that's given to me over 2 decades. Long ago, I exceeded anything I ever dreamed of being in the NBA. Everything else is just extra credit." Brian?
Thanks, Allie.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Los Angeles leading by 5. Left side Reeves. That falls. Nice feed that time from James.
High IQ pass by LeBron. He reads the floor and gets it to the open shooter.
And Luka Doncic is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Here's Ellis. Yet to see a basket. Murray with it. Hayes picks him up. Sabonis. And Sabonis slams it in.
Yeah, I like that he's not taking any chances there. Sabonis goes up strong with the finish. And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
Pass to DeRozan. Back to Sabonis. Nice. Gets his second bucket. He's 2 for 4 now.
Getting good position as always. Sabonis going to town. Love his footwork in there.
And it's Doncic on the drive. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Los Angeles shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. Doncic hits them both.
And Doncic is a walking triple-double threat. His versatility and confidence is really special.
Here's Levine. He's looking good. 2 buckets and 3 attempts.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring. Able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Here's Hachimura. Left side Reeves. It's rebounded by Levine. Up top, Valanciunas. Here's Laravia. And Sacramento again with the bucket.
You know the coaches hated that shot, but guess what? Some of them go in.
Well, good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Lakers ahead, leading by a point. Let's take a...
13.
And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. Taking a look at the Lakers' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
Well, we've watched them force their way to the line, and it seems to be working so far.
Especially on the road, you want to come in aggressive. Let everyone in this arena know that you are here to play.
A guard that can truly do it all. Doncic has tremendous power.
Here's Levine. Ooh, went in there strong and tried to power it down. But he drew the contact, and he'll head to the line. It's going to go on Jackson Hayes. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
The ball movement has been outstanding so far. They've come out of the gate looking for that extra pass.
Here's James. Rebound by Sacramento. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. This will be his third free throw attempt of the game. Richard, something you notice about these Kings, they shoot plenty of threes.
And that's the modern game for you, B.A. But Sacramento shoots especially freely. You are right. And those shots often connect, so I doubt that that trend changes for them anytime soon.
So it's the Lakers now. Here's Doncic. Outside Reeves. The three is up. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Valanciunas. Here's Doncic. Give him 8 points now. No good on the quick three. Starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Here's Monk. Pass to Ellis. Now here's Levine. Shot clock at 5. And Levine knocks down the three.
Running the play like clockwork, Levine expertly creates some space with the pick and roll.
And that one's good. James. And so it's Levine with it. He brings it up for the Sacramento Kings. From downtown. And he finishes. That makes him 4 out of 5.
Well, Levine is fired up tonight and having no trouble finding points for his squad.
And there's James from the arc. Valanciunas with a rebound. The Kings lead by 4. Monk with it. Now Doncic defending. Pass to Ellis. On the wing, Levine. Whoa! Oh, my goodness!
Check out Levine getting artful at the rim, leaving the defense just completely clueless of how to stop it.
Back to Doncic. A deep three. The shot off that time. On offense, here are the Kings. Big run right now for them, 11-2. And that'll be Sacramento's ball as it goes out of bounds. Kings able to keep possession here. Now a timeout by Sacramento. You need a player who can score in isolation.
That's true, B.A. And in a 7-game series, defenses disrupt your set offense. If your stars can go mano-a-mano and create something out of nothing, that's often the best you can get.
Getting up there with the slam, DeMar DeRozan leaves nothing to chance.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Nice D from Levine. Oh, deflected. Here's Sacramento now. This run now up to 13-2.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Levine down the lane. Oh, and the jam by Levine.
And adding to this lead right now. Riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Brian, there are some players who felt the 65-game requirement for postseason awards was too high. The NBA's executive VP and head of operations, Joe Dumars, said, quote, "You're still allowed to miss 20% of the season. People pay to go, and they want to see their stars play." Brian, it's all about the fans.
True enough, Allie. Thanks. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. Lakers trail by 10. You know, Grant, after losing in the first round last season, it felt like changes were inevitable for the Lakers.
Yeah, making the playoffs isn't enough for that franchise. They are all about championship success, and anything short of that is a failure. Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
Hachimura outside. Pass to James. And he elevates for the dunk. Domantas Sabonis on the wrong end of that one.
This is classic LeBron, leaping off the floor for a powerful dunk.
And it's Monk off the drive. Okay, knockout.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. And Doncic hammers it home.
What energy on the drive from Doncic, charging in before the defense can seal up the gaps.
Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Outside Monk. Pass to Levine. Launches it. Shot clock at 6. Down low. He shoots. And so we wrap up the first half. Kings ahead, up by 8. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The Lakers, 24.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. And Reeves has got the ball here for the Lakers. Here's Doncic. Can't cash it in from close range. And Luka Doncic is going to pick up the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game. The Kings lead by 8. You know, when it comes to Keegan Murray, it's his all-around presence that helps this team, Richard.
Yeah, he's a very talented glue guy. He doesn't make a ton of splash plays, but he is steady and consistent, and coaches love players like that.
Yeah, this is the kind of confidence you love seeing. Murray not thinking twice at all about firing away.
Here's Doncic. Rebound by Sacramento. And Luka Doncic is going to pick up the foul. That's his third foul so far.
Second team foul.
Now here's Monk. 5 points in the game. Pass to DeRozan. Big jam by DeMar.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Doncic outside. Here's James. Oh, it's stolen by DeRozan. To the middle. Here's Sabonis. And it's good. Credit Levine with the assist. Sabonis has got 6 points. Lakers trail by 15. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the third quarter. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles. Here's Levine. Oh, he clanks that one off the back iron and it falls. Levine's got 21.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
1 for 3. Hachimura with a rebound. And Doncic puts up a deep 3. An absolute bomb from three-point range. 13 points in the game. Timeout called. Sacramento. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Monk with it. He's got 5. Outside Murray. 5 to shoot. Now Monk. Len pulls it in. They still have time to make this a game.
But they really need to focus in because they let this game get away from them a little bit.
Man, the Kings have held tough, but it seems like the West has gotten tougher, Greg.
Well, what's the saying? If you're not getting better, you're getting worse. And the Kings have to find that next level.
Sabonis can't hit. Lakers trail by 14. Has to connect from outside the arc. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Shot by Levine, no good. Now Los Angeles with it. Here's Vincent. Ooh, a terrific shot on the turnaround. Vincent's got his first basket.
And how do you guard this? It's hard to stop the turnaround, Jay, when it's done like that.
Pass to Monk. DeRozan outside. Puts up a 3. Again, the miss by the Kings. Vincent outside. Here's Len. Hey, expanding his range. Rebounded. Domantas Sabonis. DeRozan outside. On the wing, DeRozan. And it's off the back of the rim. No good. Lakers trail by 12. Vincent with the ball. He's picked up by Levine. They get it back.
Just great energy on the offensive glass. That's exactly how you cut into a lead.
Boy, a slam like that is sure to give them a spark. Stop the drought.
Oh, yes.
Whoa. Throw it down.
Oh. I don't know where you've been, but everybody else knows that Zach LaVine, this man is an aerial artist. He makes the hardest dunks look so easy.
The Kings lead by 12. Into the lane. Pass to Sabonis. And it's good. Credit Levine with the assist. Sabonis has got 8.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Here's Connect. He's scoreless. Good. 7 seconds left in the third quarter. DeRozan outside. This one for 3. And so it's Sacramento going into the break up 12. Their entire defense is designed to stop LeBron right now, and that's been effective.
33.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. Sacramento leading by 12. And stolen by Reeves. Doncic left side. Cuts off the pass. Now the Kings in transition. He stops. He pops. And it's LaRavia missing. Here's LeBron. Oh, sensational!
Yes.
What a dunk!
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I like to see. There's so much power on LeBron's drive. The defense, they just more or less clear out.
And that one goes. He's now recorded his 5th bucket in 8 tries.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
How about LeBron? Even if he's no longer the clear-cut best player in the league, he can still take over a game, RJ.
Oh, make no mistake. He is still the best when he needs to be. Absolutely has a switch that gets flipped when he needs it. It's not on for 48 minutes, but he can definitely turn it on for a few.
Both shots good from the stripe. Well, Grant, even though it looks like LeBron could play forever, he stated that he doesn't have much time left.
Well, it's unbelievable that he's sustained this level of excellence for as long as he has. I would be surprised if we see this type of longevity ever again.
Sabonis. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good.
That kind of challenge isn't going to deter Sabonis. He's good at gutting through contact.
And there's James from the arc. LeBron fires and hits a 3.
This dude is capable of some memorable moves. He's showing off and having a little fun.
Pass to LaRavia. Out to Sabonis. Throws it down, and the official calls a foul. It may be a 3-point play. It's on Rui Hachimura. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Kings.
You got to be impressed with how assertive they are on offense, continuing to cut hard to the rim time and time again.
That's a costly error. Now let's see how they bounce back.
Well, they don't have time to dwell on that. They just need to learn from their mistakes and move forward. Next play.
DeRozan for 3.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
Lakers trail by 11. Here's Reeves. Yes, it's good.
It doesn't get any easier than that. The defense has to play better.
And the call will be against Austin Reeves. That's his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
And here's Levine. Driving inside. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. The 3, James. And Domas Sabonis pulls it down. The Kings lead by 9. Right side, Monk. And another miss by Sacramento.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him all.
Here's Hachimura. Out to James. Tries again. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net. James has got 9 points here in the second half.
When LeBron is being aggressive on offense, you gotta make a change. You can't let him just have his way.
Murray, no good. Lakers trail by 7. Physical play by LeBron inside.
I'm sorry, just who else would you want it shooting there? LeBron James, just so calm under pressure.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
During the break, the coach of the Kings had some words for his team. He told his guys to stay after it, to not get complacent and lazy with this lead. He wants them to keep adding to it. We'll see if they're able to do it. Guys?
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Here's LaVine for three. And the three-pointer goes. LaVine's got 26 points.
This is how LaVine operates. He hunts down shots and then fully commits to his selection.
Luka on the attack.
That's exactly what you work for, a high percentage look.
Here's LaVine. Comes up empty down low. Lakers trail by 6.
It all comes down to this possession. They must get points.
Anything other than a make is game over. This is where you lean on your stars to get you to the finish line.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
It's both from the stripe.
Those are big free throws. Now they need some defensive stops.
Outside LaVine. It's Hayes with the rebound.
You try to get spicy and totally whiffed, huh? Okay. He's going to be living this one down for at least about a week.
From deep, here's Doncic. Rebound by Sacramento.
Questionable shot selection in that three. Not really helping as they try and narrow the deficit.
And so it's LaVine with it. He brings it up for the Sacramento Kings. 4-point game. .30 seconds left in the fourth. 5 on the clock. So the first one drops, and that puts him up 5. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses.
And right here, they can't waste any time.
It needs to be a quick shot and a quick foul.
And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
First free throw is good, and that increases the lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 7-point game.
He knows how important it is converting at the line and building up this lead.
And so it's Sacramento with the W. Boy, a hard-fought game.
I'm hopping out of the V. I got about 2, 3 foreigns. Rich, and still put it past the tree. Side of my waist, and still put it on the T. Only do a hit, sing love song, still put it. Yeah, this a new vet. I'm hopping out with it. Brody done send me a text. We get them like Gillette. Got a couple with me, they gon' maneuver with me. Ask how many inside of this car. It's like 2 fish. My little foreign, but she just black. And that she know it with this. I sent it right off the map. I got still where I would. Her friend bad need both of them. I know she tired, cause none of these ain't got no motion. Bro, I'm hopping out inside of my coat. Make them to the world, be acting too woke. I just might go like Lambo V12, interior leather, I'm the GOAT. I just might throw on all of my juice, be feeling like I'm on a boat. Yeah, switch you go, but I'm pulling up 42 dub. I might go Porsche for all guys pulling up on a bed in the bug. Never been lame, I ain't pulling up on no bed, no hug. Play with my money, I feel like Big Worm. I pull up on you by the. They wanna know what it's like, be like me. I'm hopping out of the V. I got about 2, 3 foreigns. Rich, and still put it past the tree. Side of my waist, and still put it on the T. Only do a hit, sing love song, and still put it. Yeah, this a new vet. I'm hopping out with it. Brody done send me a text. We get them like Gillette. Got a couple with me, they gon' maneuver with me. Ask how many inside of this car. It's like 2 fish. 2 phone, 3 phone, come my ring off. I ain't tryna hear what a say. Tryna beef with like me, won't turn this in the blitz day. She try to ask me what time it was, I don't know, but I hold in my wrist, ayy. Waving it left to right and put my diamonds right in the face. I go take all of my case, my car's expensive. Better look in the garage and look at my crib. None of my cars is rented. I be riding 5% with 20 on the windshield, my car's is tinted. Making move out of this spot like I'm moving in and I'm the new tenant. Yeah, who I'm with it.
her throwing up B, she 2 times. Float the LB, I'm about my green like I'm a crouton. She want with a charge her for the give her a coupon. I don't trust not a soul. And I got my shoes on. I told you last time, it was my last time. They tried to tell me that I was gonna need you. That was the past time. Pull up inside of the vet, they be on bedtime. They just might rock you to bed, like it was just nap time. They wanna know what it's like, be a like me. I'm hopping out of the V. I got about 2, 3 foreigns, rich. They still put it past the tree. Out of my waist, they still put it on the T. Only do a hit, sing love song, and still put it. Yeah, this a new vet. I'm hopping out with Brody done send me a text. We get them like Gillette. Got a couple with me, they gon' maneuver with me. Ask how many inside of this car, it's like 250.
We have an interconference affair lined up for you today as the Boston Celtics come in for this one. The fans are making noise here in San Francisco for their Warriors. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll be hearing from David Aldridge on the sideline. Now, here's Tatum. Greg, we've got 2 of the top offensive teams in this one.
Yeah, but my focus is on the other end tonight, defense. The team that can come up with just a few timely stretches of stops, I think they win.
For all the things that Draymond does, when he gets dunks, it makes him even more excitable.
Pass to Porzingis. Back to Brown. And the dunk by Brown.
There are only a few players who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
In the corner, Moody with it. Lets it fly. And that one's good. Green.
Well, Draymond Green must be feeling good because no hesitation in that one there, letting it rip.
David Aldridge had a chance to catch up with head coach Steve Kerr. Dave, what do you have to say?
He knows how much Jason Tatum can impact the game. Coach told me Tatum has improved the way he reads the game, how he responds to a defense. He's faster. That means we have to be crisp with how we rotate and send a double. Not a lot of wiggle room on the floor when Tatum is processing information. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thanks.
And Porzingis just pouring it on here from the inside.
It seems likely that the Warriors' title run under Steph Curry, Brent, is probably come to a close.
I'm not going to count Steph Curry out quite yet, Kevin, but they have added some quality youngsters. They're trying to grow that group. How fast can they bring those kids along to championship caliber players? That's the big question. They're going to win their share of games.
And slam dunk by Tatum.
And the defense hates to see it. Tatum putting on a little bit of a show with that jam.
And so White will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Green with the block. And they get it back. And they double up. Here's Podziemski. And again, no good by Golden State. Outside Tatum. Screen by Porzingis. Tatum no good. Curry with it. And Holiday picks him up defensively. Podziemski's shot is good.
Oh, very clever from Curry. They're attracting the defense and then just giving it away.
Pass to Porzingis. Back to Tatum. Here's White. Now Tatum, defended by Butler. The kick out to Brown. Just 5 on the clock. Puts up a deep 3. The Warriors pull it in.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Now here's Curry. Over in the corner, Green. Outside for Curry. Here's Podziemski. Porzingis with the rebound.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
The jumper's good from inside 6 feet. Porzingis has got his second bucket.
Yeah, that's tough for the defense. Porzingis inside. I don't know who defensively is going to get to him.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He's ready to talk things through with the team. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Pass to Kuminga. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
There's so many years in the NBA. You would think Curry would slow down, wouldn't you, Brent? But he remains at the very top of his game.
I think the best part about what we're seeing with Steph right now, Kevin, is his competitive will. When you get to this age, when you get to this stage after accomplishing all the things that Steph has done, and it's still not enough. So let's keep enjoying him while we can.
Now Tatum, following the miss by Jonathan Kuminga from deep. A nice shot by Tatum.
Excellent job finishing on the inside. Tatum doesn't fear going in amongst the trees.
Back to Kuminga. Three-pointer. Porzingis with the rebound. The Celtics with the lead. Executing to perfection right now offensively.
I mean, in total sync. Good luck trying to stop him now.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Nice job by Tatum inside. Very assertive. He's fantastic at putting the pressure on the D and consistently getting to the line.
They kick out to Hield. Pass to Curry. To the left side wing. Kuminga with a wide open look. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Kuminga's got 6. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Warriors ahead, leading by just 1. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game, stats-wise?
Well, the coaches preach ball movement, and we saw exactly why in that first quarter.
Everybody just feeling the energy of the basketball as they moved it around, and lots of hands were touching it.
Curry's shot is off. Boston trailing. GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with him.
Now here's Curry. Outside, Kuminga. Now Hield. Pass to Jackson Davis. They kick out to Hield. From outside, off the mark. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Tatum with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. And there's the bucket from Tatum.
And it's going to take more than that to stop Tatum, a wing who can score in so many different ways.
They kick out to Hield. Up again. It's good on the putback.
I love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed.
I mean, he's like a magician how quickly he gets that shot off. Was it ever there?
Both teams deciding to change it up.
Once again, bring it up. Warriors 16.
Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Down low. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Kuminga. They kick out to Hield. Curry looking around. Here's Podziemski. Off target from three-point range. Celtics trail by 4. The shot by Holiday, no good.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close. Leaping ability is off the charts. Not the biggest power forward, but outstanding, rising up off the ground.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. Well, there's plenty of scorers on the Celtics, but Jason Tatum says, I'm going to get my shots. It's just about trusting the process. From experience, I understand that I'm good enough that I can relax and defer a little bit. Then in the fourth, I can score 20 in the quarter. Kevin, it sounds like he's figured it all out.
Thank you so much. You know, he can take over at any time, and it's fun to watch. DA, we thank you for that. And so it's Boston with it. The Warriors making the shot. Connects from three-point range. We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I will say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. And I think we have a beautiful game now.
Now here is Holiday after the miss from Stephen Curry. To the wing on the left. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Tatum. Another shot. Porzingis. Warriors with the rebound. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity. This is his third free throw attempt of the game. And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Free throw good, Curry. And many around the league believe Curry doesn't get enough fouls called in his favor. GA, what do you think?
There could be some truth to that. He gets held and grabbed more than anyone when running off screens, but especially blatant on drives to the rim.
Green, the screen. The shot by Butler, nobody around. And again, no good by Golden State. And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for Boston. 6-point game.
And Brown with bad intentions on that drive.
Greg, since reaching 5 consecutive NBA Finals, the Warriors have missed the playoffs 3 of the past 5 years.
And to be fair, they did go 46-36 last season. They were 10 games over 500 last year. So they weren't a bad team, but Golden State doesn't just expect to be in the play-in. They want to be a contender.
Don't let him find out about Middleton. But you hit that.
Pass to Horford. That one's in, his first shot this game.
I like that Al right there just got a great angle, and he finished strong.
Warriors leading by 4. Green, the screen. Here's Curry with the 3. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. It's White on the wing. And it's blocked. What a play as he just snatches the shot out of midair. Butler up top. Outside Curry. Fires the 3. And no good that time. Got it off in time. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Warriors lead by 4. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Warriors leading by 4. Outside Butler. Outside Curry. No good on the triple. Outside Tatum. Outside White. The Celtics working the ball around now. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And for Porzingis, gosh, a dunk looks so easy.
Out to the right wing. Here's Curry with the 3. Curry from 3.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
Here's Tatum. Plays it up and banks it in. Tatum's got 11.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. They set the pick. Right side, Kuminga. From deep. The rebound by the Celtics. And here's Holiday. Pass to Porzingis. Outside Holiday. For the tie. Hands it from downtown.
3 points.
Holiday's got the game tied up here for Boston.
Well, he's so smooth, and it just looks like he's never out of control, Jrue Holiday.
And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency. Across the board, the numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes. And sometimes as a point guard, you gotta take things into your own hands.
Yeah, right. It's okay to be selfish when you have a chance like that.
Well, if he's calling his own number, there's a reason for it. They respect the decision-making from him out there.
4 on the clock. Kuminga, no good.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Outside Holiday. And the Warriors with possession here. Trailing by 2. Curry on the wing. Will it go? Bangs home the trifecta. Curry's got 6 here in this quarter.
Good strategy here from the coaching staff. Put the ball in Curry's hands and see what happens. Usually ends up being pretty good.
7 lead changes now, and we're just in the third quarter.
Yeah, frustrating for a coach, but it's great to watch as a fan.
Curry can't get it to go. .156 left here in the third quarter. And the shot goes in.
Really nice balance, good base, solid rhythm. Holiday can be effective when he's got that kind of stuff from the mid-range going.
Now here's Curry. He's got 14. Shot by Hield, nobody around. Misses the 3. Celtics leading by 3. Over in the corner, Brown. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Tatum with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. Back to Tatum. Great job by Tatum in close.
Well, you know Jason Tatum can score, and that's exactly what he's done thus far.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. He wants to talk to his guys. Warriors trailed by 5. Here's the screen. Here's Curry. 14 points for him. Doesn't go that time. Great D that time from Tatum. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Outside Butler. Pass to Green. That one drops for him. 6 points for Draymond Green.
And Draymond is smart at knowing when to shoot the ball, especially when he's got strong position inside.
Yes, that goes in. Brown's got the lead up to 5 now for the Celtics.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. The Warriors shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight. And the technical free throw is good.
What you appreciate most about Curry is his confidence, especially when it comes to how far he can connect from.
To the inside. And it's Green with the jam.
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. It's the Celtics. They lead by a bucket. Live from Chase Center. You're watching 2K Sports. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this 4th quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. The Celtics with the lead. Outside Tatum. Sinking the tough shot, Jason Tatum.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Curry attacking to the paint. Second chance shot. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Horford.
Well, the defender was all over Kevon Looney, and he got physical right back. That's a nice play.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. Celtics leading by 3. Here's Tatum. Pass to Craig. Back to Tatum. Tatum gets it inside.
Man, that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Confidence is sensational, and it feels like no one is going to stop him tonight from scoring.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam. See some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure.
I tell you what, I don't know what he did in the locker room, but he needs to do a little bit more of it because he's on fire.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
I think they put an emphasis on attacking the basket, and watching this, you can see why. They have just carved the defense up here with relative ease.
Outside for Curry. Oh, good with the triple.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Tatum. And he overshot that one, missing. Warriors trailed by 6. Here's Curry with the 3, and the 3 ball is good.
That's a high percentage shot from Steph Curry. Just put that on repeat.
Tatum with it. And it's Gary Payton II with the foul. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
On defense, the Warriors. Butler with the steal. 4-on-3 break. Pass to Green. And Green slams it in.
Oh, nice feed. You can see how Curry makes their offense flow, even when he's not scoring. And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Steve Kerr talked to his team during the break. They said, let's lock in, keep our focus. We need everyone down the stretch. Now, his players looked engaged, so I think the message got across. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, David.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Left side, Curry.
Steph with a great job there of finding the seam and just attacking the paint, trying to get as deep as possible. And he gets a little bit physical with him, but will pay off in free throw.
And team-wide, they've been terrific from the line here. Just one of those nights when the confidence has spread from one player to the next.
Yeah, not the guy that you want to put at the line in these moments. He's not missing these.
Right side, Tatum. Shot clock at 6. On the wing, Holiday. Off target with his 3. And it's the Warriors' ball. Big stretch here going 10-2. Pass to Green. Outside for Curry. Green, the screen. Butler in the corner. And the Warriors miss again. Boston trailing. Tatum draws the double. Right wing. Pass to Brown. Now here's Holiday. Trying to find White. Gets it to him.
Wow, gritty defense from Draymond, showing how tough it is and great timing on the rejection.
And Jimmy Buckets is allowed.
Celtics trail by 4. Here's Tatum. There's the drive. And the basket is good. Tatum's got 15 points in just the second half. Here's Golden State. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Here's Curry. Pass to Podziemski. To the wing right side. Outside Curry. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Butler. It drops.
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
And here is Tatum. Defended by Butler. 11 feet away. Rebound by Butler. And that's an intentional foul. 26 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And an intentional foul right there. He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
And he adds to their lead with some very solid free throws.
Screen by Porzingis. And here's Tatum for 3. Tatum with another miss. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth. What do you think, guys?
And a little late.
Start to build a paradise.